What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna do a little bike meet with Doer Dan at Wild Motorcycles. So let's get to rolling, see what we find out, see what we run into. Peace. Let's ride. Go check your first. Go second gear first.
Finally got here.
Hold on. What?
You finally got here.
What's up with the Mohawk?
Hey, I love this number. I got everything. See? I got everything now. Bluetooth. Got it. I can buy it from him, but
that was just too crazy. I mean, I understand, maybe I wasn't trying to ride his butt that hard, but my partner over here tailgating made him get over when he wasn't ready. Could have actually caused an accident. I don't know why he feels like he has to race me. Every time I ride with this guy, he's always trying to bait to race me. I am not in the race mood right now. I'm very rarely in a race mood, especially on this road where I know there's police and there's a lot more traffic. I really don't feel like I want to go that fast, so I'm just going to chill. I mean, it's no rush to get where we're going. You can beat a scooter. I am not believing this, seriously. Hey, what's up, everybody? I was thinking about a story about something that happened to me. A long time ago, when I first kind of moved down here, I saw a friend of mine was like, I guess at a garage sale or whatever, but like across the street from the garage sale was this abandoned mobile home park. And like they had like a bunch of mobile homes, people that looked like just got up, took, you know, the valuable things and left. Well, behind one of the mobile homes was this old ass motorcycle. I think it was probably like an 80 something Yamaha something, and it was an old bike. It had a drive shaft and everything. It didn't run or nothing like that. So I mean, it was just left behind. So I went and I got it, brought it home, looked at it, you know, tinkered it a little bit, but you know, I wasn't really gonna like fix it up and keep or whatever. I was just gonna end up selling it. So I ended up sell it. So this guy came all the way from Tennessee, like 5 hours away he drove. And he didn't have a truck, so he borrowed one of his buddy's trucks. and he told his buddy he was coming down to Georgia to pick up his motorcycle. And I didn't have the title to the bike, but I knew that it was so old that you really didn't need a title, because there's certain bikes or certain years of cars or bikes, whatever, that doesn't need a title, just a bill of sale. So I ended up getting the bike, and he came down, he looked at it, he liked it. I mean, he drove like 5 hours to get this bike. Well, when we were about to load it up, we were about to load it up, we had the boards and everything, and loaded it up. The tailgate didn't come down. And I'm like, that's strange. So, we tried to tug on it, and, maybe there's a certain way that this particular tailgate comes down. So, the guy called his friend that he bought the truck from and said, hey, man, I'm down here ready to get this bike. Already bought it. I need to put it in the truck. The tailgate will come down. Well, his friend told him, his friend informed him that the tailgate didn't come down, that the tailgate was broken, something like that, and it couldn't go down. And me and him were sitting there like, really? What kind of friend would sit there and let you go all the way to Georgia to get a bike just to tell him that the tailgate didn't go down? I mean, it wasn't like the friend didn't tell him what he was using the truck for. He could have said, hey man, I would have bought my truck, but my tailgate don't go down. But he said nothing to him until like after he called him. So what we had to do was we had to back up the truck to the hill. Well, actually, luckily in front of my neighborhood, there was a hill that you could like back the truck up to. And we just put a board across, and we just walked it across and just dumped it inside the back of the truck. Now, I don't know how he got the truck. I don't know how he got the bike out of the truck. But I'll tell you this, the guy who let him borrow his truck better be there with a couple of his friends to help him pull it out, because that bike was heavy and it was old. And I was just sitting here thinking to myself, man, I feel bad for the people who's got to take this bike out of this truck. I mean, they have to literally pick it up out of the truck, unless they somehow fix the tailgate. But yeah, that was just a crazy situation, and it was kind of funny. But at the time, it wasn't funny because it was like this dude drove all his way to get this bike, and I didn't want him to say, well, here, I want money back, and I had to get back his money. I had to keep the bike. But it all worked at the end. I'm glad. So, that was a load off my back. Oh my goodness. Sitting on the gas tank. You know what? Never done that before in my life on my bike. I guess I'm just too old, or just not that flexible, or I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I've rode with him a few times. He's a good rider, but guys, he's so cocky. It scares me, because I have to remember that I was probably like him when I started riding, but it's been so long ago that I kind of forgot how reckless I rode when I was younger, or his age. But now that I'm grown up and I see him riding, or I see somebody like that riding, it scares me to death, because it's because he's a friend of mine, good guy. I just am afraid that these skills that he's picking up, is not really going to help him, I guess. By no means am I a pro or anything. I can say anything, because I'm just a normal rider, but I'm trying to be safe. I know maybe I just push too much of an envelope sometimes, but I don't know. It's hard for me to fathom what kind of rider I was when I was his age, because I'm like, if I look at me now, versus them, oh man, I'm probably the slow poke. But I also had a slow bike too. I mean, I never had a powerful bike. I mean, yes, this is a 2000, but it's a 900. I've had like a 500, 600, but like 600s back then weren't like as powerful as the 600 are now, especially the fuel injected 600s. Yeah, not just, I mean, those older bikes it wasn't as powerful as they are now. And no telling what things I would have done if I had the bikes now back then. No telling what a lot of other people would have been like. But you know, it's just, it scares me, guys. It scares me. Hopefully, I pray every day that nothing happens to any of my friends or anybody riding, period. And hopefully, like, you know, he can go out of this stage. Maybe he'll realize that like going 100,000 miles per hour all the time is not, you know, is not what you have to do all the time. Because I feel like when he's riding, or people like him ride, I feel like they have something to prove all the time. Like they gotta prove that they're fast. They gotta prove that they're like the best, or they gotta prove that, you know, they can beat somebody. I mean, with me, you ain't gotta prove. You won. You know, you can beat me. I'm gonna tell you. If anybody wants to race me, I'm gonna tell you now. You beat me. Yep, you beat me. I already lost. No, if I bet you $1 right now to race, and I might as well go ahead and pay you before we start the race because I would already know I would lose. And it's not so much like giving up a fight. It's just, I don't know. Oh shit, this truck. Yeah, that's another thing too. I just watched this gruesome video on Facebook where this guy is sitting at a light and there's like a tractor trailer in front of him, and like this truck just creams the back of the bike and pushes him forward to the truck, and it's just gruesome. Yeah, it's just really, really gruesome, and you know, I just don't know. I just don't know how to like take something like that, you know. So now every time I stop, I look in my rearview mirror to make sure that that person behind me is gonna stop, or if they don't, I'm dumping the bike and jumping off. Yes, I would dump this bike in a second if a car is coming straight for me and not stopping. Even if I get a few seconds, I'm gonna jump off. I'm not even gonna put the kickstand down. I'm just gonna let it go. Like Frozen movie, let it go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let it go.